Okay, man. And I forgot, in the last video it was about Scorpios, right? The affirmation for that is I transform for the Scorpios, alright? I had to get that out there for them. Your affirmation is I transform from, whatever. And, that's how you get around, death and, rebirth is basically what their house rules. But this video isn't for that. I just had to put that out there because I missed it in the other video. Sorry for you Scorpio people. I forgot that little part. But hey, I got the next sign up right now. Number 9 in the 12 zodiacs. That's Sagittarius. That's the last fire sign. That's the mutable fire. They adapt. That flame, they adapt to things. That's what that means. You and the symbol for the Sagittarius is the centaur. All right, they're born from November 22nd to December 21st. You know, November 22nd to December 21st. The affirmation for them is, I learn, because they deal with experiences and whatnot. They're typically people who have better experience in life because they're risk takers, man. They just go out and do shit. They're like, man, let's just do this stuff. You know, whether it be good or bad, in the end, you at least you tried and shit. That's what they're about. You just gotta go out there and grind on and keep doing what you want to do. That's what that energy is about. And don't let people drag you down and whatnot. That's positive masculine. That's external. Masculinity. That's what bitches usually typically look for guys who have air and fire signs. But you can be a Taurus and still have external factors. Let's just say that if you're like a introverted sign, you still have external factors. You just gotta find where they're at in your birth chart and use that to your advantage. And Sagittarius people that have it in their sun sign and people that have it in their moon sign, they're just they do certain things. Some positive traits about them. They're like philosophical. They're optimistic too. You know, upbeat. They're straightforward in the conversation. They won't hold shit back. Some of them are like religious and some of them are adventurous. They love freedom. They don't like to be held down. They're like that wildfire that needs to be doing what they need to do. They don't need to be fucked with too much. if they feel like their fire is being put out, they'll be like, hey, we gotta dip out of here, buddy. This shit's gonna put my flame out. That's why my Sagittarius friends can't stand me. They're like, man, this nigga's too slow. He's gonna put my fire out. It ain't that they hate me. They're just like, man, I can't stay here too long because they'll feel like they're becoming me, and they don't want to do shit like that. They're like, man, I need to back off, and that's good for them. But I love my Sagittarius friends. I hope they're doing good out there. Certain ones I need somebody to come through for me, but he's doing something over in another state, so I'm like, all right, I'll let that marinate for a bit, in the refrigerator and stuff. But that's what I'm doing right now. And the ruling planet for Sagittarius is Jupiter. The planet of good fortune and good luck and just you know being able to feel yourself and you're sure of who you are. That's sacral chakra energy right there. That's who they have access to. The third, the third eye chakra and the sacral chakra. Their energy points. And the compatibility for Sagittarius is the fire signs of Leo and Aries, and then they have the wind signs like just Aquarius and Libra and Gemini. Because the wind feeds the flame, and it's a good relationship. That's why they're complementary signs. But if you're a certain sun sign, you gotta look at all of your stuff, y'all. It ain't just about your sun sign. You got a moon sign, a Mercury sign. I'll have to get this stuff out there later, but this is just basic information on like the signs you see, like what they mean. That's all this is right now. I ain't getting to the planets until later, y'all. But this is basic information about Sagittarius in this video. What's some negative traits about them though, man? They self-indulge too much. They might be a bit too blunt. If they see a woman that's ugly, they'll be like, hey man, you're ugly, you need to get somewhere else. They'll be direct, unfiltered. They'll be like, man, bitch, you're just ugly, you need to get out of here and stuff. I like other types of girls. You know, they'll be that type of guy. You know, if they're in, their feelings, or they're just not, they just don't want to hold things back. You know, they're talkative too much. They're the type to maybe disturb a class because they like talking, and like they're a little bit too passionate about it, and people will be like, "Yo, calm down." You're that kid in the class that always starting talks, and everybody in the class likes you, and then the teacher's like, "Hey man, calm down." I wasn't that kind of guy. Like, my rising sign Sagittarius, but man, I was more of the guy that was like in the back, and I watched the guy like that, and I was kind of like jealous of him. I was that guy growing up in school and stuff. But now I'm like, no, I'm not like that. I see like their qualities in me and shit like that. So I'm like, I can acknowledge that, and I'm like, cool, keep doing you, brother, or sister, yeah. They procrastinate sometimes when they get negative, and they can become gamblers, and they're hot-headed. They're fire signs, though, man. That's what they do. When they're getting negative and whatnot. Archetypes of them, they were the wanderers, the philosophers, and the free spirits and stuff. That's what they like to do. That's who they are to people, and that's, generally how they tend to be. Alright? Tendencies, that's what astrology does. It helps you with tendencies, with people, and timing. That's what I've learned with it. I'm still learning some things, and I'm willing to learn from other astrologers that they don't agree with what I'm saying. They can do stuff like that. I want them to, bust my balls in the comments if they don't like my shit. And if you agree with my shit and you're a Sagittarius, be like, yeah, man, that's exactly how we are. I need people to start writing in the comments. I'll let some ideas for, certain anime videos and, next projects for the astrology videos, marinate in the fridge. Alright, y'all? You'll come to know what marinate means, alright? You just have to give me time and stuff. Alright? The day for Sagittarius is Thursday, alright? That's the day for it. And like I said, the wrong planet for it is Jupiter. That's the yang version of the extrovert sign of, and it rules the sacral chakra, the extroverted part of the sacral chakra. That put their energy out there. They're extroverts, not introverts. Unless they're a Sagittarius that has more water and earth signs and other placements. But, that'll be a later video, y'all. Not this. This is just general information about the Sagittarius, the sign itself, what it means. When you see that, bow, that arrow, you know what the fuck it means now, because I just told you and stuff. And their lucky numbers is 3, 7, and 9. Alright? That's the end of this video. Got 3 more to crank out for y'all. Stay tuned.